Welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast. I am your host. It's your favorite Dr.
Big Sue.
Bay,
It's about
Monique
boogie
Ross.
fucking
In
bundles
today's
in the
episode,
building, man.
I am
Shout
joined
out
by
to you,
special
man. Thank you
guest
so much for
co-host.
pulling up, man.
Welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast. So, Miss Danny Brown, you are a part host.
It sets you apart from everybody else. I love it. What y'all think?
Let us know in the comments, man. Welcome to Pure Fuckery, the podcast. I am your host. It's your favorite fucking Dr. Bay, Monique Ross. In today's episode, I am joined by special guest co-host. I got my homegirl, Arrie, in the fucking building, yo.
What up,
welcome,
everybody?
welcome. Say what's up to the fuckers real quick. Shout out the fuckers,
What's
man.
up, every fucking body?
She say every fucking body. What's up? Shout out to my man, Big fucking Stu, producing the episode. We live in the Big Stu Studios, man. In today's episode, real quick, I'm gonna just tell y'all real quick what we getting ready to unpack here, because I knew I wasn't the only fucking one. First and foremost, when the initial episode aired, episode 4 with Damon, technically I live with my ex-husband. I had multiple people hit my DMs and was like, hey, that's crazy. I'm in a similar situation. I live with my ex-wife or ex-girlfriend, or I live with my ex-husband or ex-boyfriend. And people have their various reasons for, coexisting with exes.
Right.
And I get that. And before the argument was two people can't coexist under the same roof, a man and a woman, and not be involved in, extracurricular activities,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly.
And that's bullshit, because it can be done, because I'm doing it. Arie's doing it. So let's talk about this shit, Arrie. So y'all know the story with me, right? I moved out of town. Mom moved into the house because the kid didn't want to go with us. And when I came back, he's like, fuck that. I'm not leaving. Like, you're not getting ready to keep disrupting my life like this. Right. Popping in, popping out, doing, moving how you want to move. I agreed to come and stay in this house, and we go do this shit. Now, granted, fast forward to like right here, right now. That was a year ago, over a year ago. Right here, right now, this motherfucker like, I should fucking leave. I need to get the fuck out of this house. I can't stand your black ass. Like, that's the conversation now. And we're working on it. The plan, our ultimate goal next year in January, we're both going to buy new houses. Okay. I'm going to buy a new house. He's we'll do it all at once, and he go his way, and I'm gonna go. Me and the boys go our way, right. Or I send the boys with them, and I go my way.
Right.
Somehow, someway, we go figure this shit out. So that's the background of our story, right? So Arrie, tell me how you ended up technically living with your ex-husband. Let's unpack this shit right here.
Technically, he lives with me.
He lives with you.
We were together for 12 years and just realized that we weren't compatible for each other. We started off as friends and kind of always have remained friends. And so he went to jail and did a bid. And when he got out, didn't really have too many options on where to stay at the time. Now I live in a house in North County, and I have a den, so I offered the den to him. I don't really charge him rent or, try to take his money and make him pay bills, even though other people, or I've been told, I should. But I want him to have a clean start. Like, as his friend, I genuinely care about him. And he's the father of my kids. I don't want to see him down bad, or I don't want to see him going through something and I'm just like, well, I'm on top, me and the kids, we living our best life, and you over here suffering.
See, that's so love, though, man. That's real fucking love. Just
love, basically.
And support for a motherfucker that y'all, first and foremost, y'all created lives together.
Exactly.
And the way, what you just said to me, the way I view that is, we have these kids, and we have to do, y'all doing what's in the best interest of the kids. Exactly. You doing what's in the best interest of the kids. And it's unconditional love. You love him. Y'all not together. Y'all decided y'all not compatible. But the fact that you as a woman said, okay, I got this man kids. At one point, this was my husband. I'm not finna see him out here doing bad, down bad, in the streets when I could provide a roof over his head so that he can get his shit together. And, you know, for the kids can look at him and be proud to, you know, proud of him. And I'm sure they proud of you too, because that's big. It takes a big ass person to say, hey, you know, and for my ex-husband, it's so fucking big of him. So I like y'all two in the same boat, because at any point he could have been like, I'm out. But at the end of the day, he's like, I don't want to see you down. I don't want to see these boys down. Right. And, you know, like when I first came back, he's like, fuck that. I'm staying. You know, we go figure this shit out. We're in the middle of a pandemic. But he's ultimately had multiple options or, you know, times where he could leave. Right. But he's still choosing to stay because, first and foremost, he's being my backbone right now. You know, while I pursue this shit and everything I'm trying to pursue with this podcast, like, he's been extremely supportive of that. And you said something else that struck a nerve in a positive and in a negative, and we gonna talk about that. You said you're not charging him anything because you want to see him. You want him to have a clean slate. You want him to get his shit together and get on his feet
to where he can eventually branch off and get his own place and be stable with paying his bills, and it's not he's out on his own and now he's losing his place, so he has to come back. Like, I want him to be stable and on his feet.
Hey, and that's real shit right there. That's absolutely real shit. But in hindsight, and I'm only saying this because I had a situation with a sibling of mine that he moved back to St. Louis and needed a place. I let him come stay with me and told him, don't worry about paying nothing. Get on your feet. Okay. Now, he says, sis, I'm going to stay for a couple months, 2-3 months tops. I had to put him out like a couple months shy of 3 years. Gee. And throughout that entire time, not once did he pay a bill or anything. You know, he contributed to the household in other ways, like he go buy laundry detergent and, you know, household shit, paper towels, tissues, things like that. But he still wasn't contributing and he wasn't saving. He was out living his best life, partying in a club, tricking off the women, all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying?
He was abusing it.
He was abusing it. And it's like, bro, you said you were going to get on your feet. But shit happened. A lot of things transpired in the process of, you know, me asking him or, you know, saying, hey, bro, you got to go. And I'm proud to say right here, right now, it took all that shit to happen because he wouldn't have never moved. I was enabling him. He wouldn't have never left because I'm providing a roof over his head. When I grocery shop, bro, you need anything from the grocery store, buy him shit he like to eat, you know, whatever. Paying all the bills. He over here parlaying, going and coming as he please, you know, wasn't working. Got a job, quit a job, like Rochelle off Everybody Hates Chris. I don't need this fucking job. My sister got 2 jobs. My sister got me. You know what I'm saying? So he wouldn't have left had I not told him to leave. And that everything that transpired around that situation ultimately put him on the road to get his shit together. And like, I'm proud to say right now, like, he got his shit together. He got another car. He got his own crib. You know what I'm saying? He's working and doing, you know, doing a damn thing.
See, I don't personally know him, but to me it sounded like he's the type of person that would need tough love. Mm-hmm. In
that's what I had to give him.
A picture and to jump a chord with what he's supposed to be doing. I will give my kid's father, you know, ups, because I do know that he does have a bank account, and it's not like he works and he just takes his money and he's going out and doing things. It's like working home, you know. So if I ever needed him, I believe in my heart, like, just say if it was a bill that was going to be due, that was going to be cut off and I didn't have all of it, or I weren't able to foot the rent, I could go to him, and I know that he would, you know, like he's physically told me out his own mouth, you know, he's not taking advantage of the fact that I'm letting him live there for free. He wants to be able to help me pay rent, even though I'm not asking for it, you know, but I just ultimately want him to get his shit together and be able to stand on his own, because there is, you know, like a time limit. It's not like I'm going to let him just live forever, and it doesn't have anything to do with me trying to be with someone and move on. It's just that I have gotten a little used to having my peace, because I know what it is to be, you know, just me and my kids. So I enjoy it and I want it back.
Right.
You know?
I feel you. So you just said something else that got the wheels in my head turning. So, you know, y'all live together.
Right.
As far as dating, like, do you date?
At this moment, no. Issues I've had in the past with dating kind of have steered me to right now. I'm at peace with myself, learning myself.
Right.
Trying to learn what I like, what I don't like. You know, I'm not dating. So it kind of like fell into place as far as him staying there.
I'm dating like a motherfucker, y'all. Dating like a motherfucker, fucking like a motherfucker. No, I'm talking shit. But here's the thing. The last time around, my ex-husband and I stayed together. This was a few years back. And I was dating. I knew I was dating. He knew I was dating. And not being disrespectful, like not bringing people to the house and whatnot, shit like that. I always leave and, go where they lay their heads at and shit. Right. And I didn't know that he was dating. Well, apparently he wasn't dating, but he had a kid. He got somebody pregnant.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, I didn't know he was messing with nobody or anything. And one day he just kind of pulled me to the side and was like, I need to talk to you about something. And I'm like, what, you got somebody pregnant? Fucking with him. And he was like, as a matter of fact, I do. Oh. And I'm like, quit bullshit. And he was like, nah, I'm all for real. Come here, let's rap. So I go back and I sit down at the dining room table. And he's like, he told me this story that he met this young woman and he said he slept with her once.
I was going to say, was it one night?
Yeah, and he ended up knocking her up. And she was told she couldn't have kids her entire life, and then she get knocked up. And so of course, everybody's like, that wasn't nothing but God, it was meant to be, all this shit. And I'm not involved in that situation. I know when he was living in his place the last time, I know that she spent time at his house with the kid and everything. Okay. And then when I left, to this day, I don't know what the conversation was with him and her when he told her, hey, I'm moving to my ex-wife's house and she's moving out of town. I don't even know what the conversation has been since I've been back. Does she know that I'm back? Did he tell her, hey, we live together now and, ain't shit going on? I have not slept with Damon, had sex with Damon in, shit, it's 2021. Probably a good 10 years if we being honest. Shit, we split up 2011, so probably a good 10 years. Me and this man ain't nothing. I ain't gonna flex. There was a point in time in my life where I'm toxic as fuck, where I'd be like, do you want to give me some oral? Right. This is the first time I'm openly admitting this on Pure Fuckery, the podcast. My homegirls know. We talk about this shit. They be like, Mo, you toxic as fuck. And yeah, I'm not sleeping with nobody, not fucking around with nobody. And as a woman, we have needs. We get the urge. And sometimes the vibrator don't cut it. Right. And there have been instances, not in recent history, I haven't, it's been a minute, a good minute. I don't even think within the last year. Maybe, I don't know, because we've only been living together for a year this time. I don't know how long it's been, but I don't even think it's definitely not been this year. Wow. But anyhow, yeah, man. So, that's the toxicity of me, y'all, where that's the toxic shit I do. I'm like, he's here. The fuck else is he good for? I did not just say that out loud. Right. Do you know I'm just talking shit? I love you. You're my brother. You're my family. For real. Right. He watch every episode. So, and I know he be watching just to see the shit I talk about him. But yeah, man. So no dating. You're not dating not because your ex-husband's there.
It's just my preference.
Just your preference right now.
I'm just tired of going through bullshit. There's no loyalty or realness.
The dating pool is full of shit.
It's pure bullshit. It's like a soap opera, and I'm just tired of it. So I just stepped off the scene from it.
I've been there. I've been there where it's just nobody deserves your energy. Nobody deserves your time, your effort, nothing, because it's a big fucking game. Everybody's fucking with everybody, and
it's what you can get out of this
I just
person.
refuse. Exactly.
And I feel like at the age I am now, you should be able to say what it is. And if I want to deal with that type of situation, I should have the choice to. When you lie, you take that choice away. So I just got tired of not being able to choose the situation I want to be in for real.
That's real talk. That's real fucking talk. You give me the option. Right. Tell me what the fuck it is and what it ain't gonna be.
Right.
Rather than lie. And let me choose on whether or not I want to deal with the bullshit. And people don't understand that. And people don't understand like dating and shit because of the world of social media and just the fucking world we live in, period. Dating has become just, I don't know what the fuck to call it. Nobody takes it serious. Nobody wants to invest. Everybody wants to play games, and women are out to get what they can out of a man. Men are out to get what they can out of a woman. Like, there's no fucking loyalty. Like, I'm right there with you. I gave up dating, and then I started back. Right now, I honestly don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm just chilling. I'm having a ball. Like, I'm having fun when I want, how I want, where I want, and with whom I want. Right. And like, there's nobody specific that I'm seeing or anything, you know. Right. It is what it is. Like, I'm just to the point where it's like, I think I'm at the point where I'm like, I can't beat them, so I'm gonna join them.
I was just gonna say, you took the words right out of my mouth.
That's where I'm at. I can't fucking beat them,
it's sad,
so I'm gonna join them.
But that's how it has to be. I just don't have the energy and time to join them, you know, like, right. So I just choose to be by myself, and I'm perfectly fine with it.
And I came out of the space you're in. Like, before I was naive, and I was like, oh, love is out there. There's somebody out there, and for me, and you know, I can be happy. And like, I meet people, I go on dates with them. We're extremely compatible, you know, based off my knowledge. Right. But I said something in my episode with Ben Luke a couple weeks ago that you know, we all have to understand that, you know, we say, oh, this guy or this girl, she wasted my time. And I don't look at it anymore as if somebody's wasting my time. I understand that, hey, we met, we hung out, you know, and it didn't work. Maybe in my eyes, I thought it did, but you know, I just think that I'm compatible with everybody because of my personality. But maybe in their eyes, they saw something in me like, no, she ain't the woman for me. Right. So they kept it pushing. I've come to the realization that, hey, I'm not for everybody. Right. And it's not that they wasted my time. They just came to the realization, like, you know, she ain't for me. She too much. If I'm too much for you, go find less, sir.
Right. Or it could even be too, it's just a lesson behind it, you know? Maybe your higher power or God, that person, he sent them to you just to learn a lesson.
Yep, either learn me or I'm a lesson.
I don't ever think dating somebody or meeting somebody is a waste of time, because you always come out of it with something that you didn't go in.
If you pay attention to it, if you tapped into that, because some people not tapped into that mental space, right? Where all they can look at it is, oh, this motherfucker wasted my time. No, you have to look at it and learn from the situation, and even understanding that, hey, if you keep attracting the same type of motherfucking person,
exactly,
it's because you haven't learned the lesson that you're supposed to be learning. Yeah. And you have to be mindful of that. Most people nowadays, they jump out of a situationship and jump right into the next one. They don't give themselves time to fucking readjust and heal and you know what I'm saying, go within and like dig a little deeper and understand, like, hey, what the fuck, what is it about me? And that's the space I came from. Where you at now? Mm-hmm. I went through a toxic ass situation, and honestly, after I left the dude in Atlanta and I came back, I didn't date for hellas. And then I dated this one guy, and that's like, you know, the infamous, the old man, y'all. And we dated. And then after that, I went back into my little shell, into my little, crawl back into my little cave and was chilling. And then to the point, once I decided to come out of it, like I'm easing my way out of it, I'm in the space where, you know, I know who I am. I've adjusted. I've adapted. I understand the lessons and blah, blah, blah. Mm-hmm. And now I'm just like, okay, I'm going to just join in. I'm going to join them now. Right. So I treat guys how I had a man tell me, "You're like the man here." Like I've had I don't want to share this situation on camera, but I'm gonna go ahead and share it. Where I woke up next to somebody one morning and I was like, "What's your name again?" Oh. And he was like, "Yo, you can't be fucking serious."
That stung a little bit.
He said, "Ma'am, you cannot be fucking serious right now." I was like, "I'm dead ass." Like, I know you told me. I'm sure you told me. But can you refresh my memory? Right. And this man, he said, "Ma'am, I licked your whole ass last night and you asking me what my name is."
Wow.
Hey, man. Can't beat him, join him. I'm an asshole. Asshole. It's somewhere, when he told me his name again, somewhere deep down, I knew that was his name. Right. It was like the asshole in me that wasn't sure.
Right.
The asshole in me that wasn't sure that decided to ask. Because I could have just not said anything and figured it out. You know what I'm saying? But because I'm such a fucking asshole, I said, "Sorry, what's your name again?" Right. He said, "You can't tell me you not serious right now, man." I'm dead ass serious, sir. What's your name? But anyhow, this ain't about that man. Right. This ain't about that man licking my whole asshole. This ain't about none of that bullshit. I got my homegirl Arrie in the fucking building. We talking technically. I live with my ex-husband too. We got my man Big fucking Stu producing the fucking episode. Shout out to the fuckers out there, man. We gonna get back into it. So, Arrie, no dating. You're in this space of no dating. Right. Is your ex-husband dating? Is he dating? Do you know? Because I know we as women be knowing shit.
Not that I know of. He has asked me, is he free to date? And I told him, yeah, just as long as you don't disrespect me with it, as far as having somebody pick you up from the house or sitting in the house or bringing you to the house. I'm fine with that. You know, I wouldn't mind, like, the feelings of being in love or trying to work something out with him. They are, like, gone completely. Right. So to me, it wouldn't bother me, Like, I want him to find. I want him to find somebody, and I want him to learn from the mistakes he made with me and treat that person better. Like I wish him well in just life, period. But I just know that we can't be together. We're not.
Where is he at in the equation? Do he feel like y'all can work it out? Do he be pressing up on you, pushing up on you, anything?
In the beginning, kind of more so, yeah.
He say little sleek shit.
He'll say little stuff, or he might try, but he knows, because I've drawn the boundary, that there's nothing there. So, he knows his boundaries, and he don't cross them or, be disrespectful to me. So it just works. It works itself out.
Right. I feel you. And once y'all reach that space, and like you said, you drew that line. So now he understands where his boundaries are. So he don't cross them. So let me ask you this. You said, long as he ain't like having no females picking him up, dropping him off, chilling in the crib, none of that.
Right.
Because it's your house. Would it be okay? Would you be okay, or are you okay if you like brought a guy back to the house? Would you feel a way, like deep down, or have you done it?
I have not, and I definitely would, because I just feel like, for one, if I was to be dating somebody, I just don't let everybody meet my kids.
Right.
So it would be, they wouldn't know where I stayed anyway. Until I felt like it was that time to go to that step. But definitely, I respect him, and I wouldn't bring people to the house, or I would have people pick me up, or, even have somebody in there while he's in there. It's just all on how you respect each other, and like I said, the boundaries that you have set up for each other, Other than that, I'm fine with it. I wouldn't care if he dated 1, 2, 3, or 4 women, just as long as you don't overstep that boundary. Like, our kids eventually will meet whoever you're dating, but as far as right now, no, and I definitely don't do it either. Plus, I'm like a drama-free person, so I wouldn't, even though we're not sleeping together or anything like that, I wouldn't want to see what the outcome would be, or if he would get mad, or if he would lash out, you know, so I just don't.
I feel you. I've not reached that maturity level, you know, because I'm like, this my motherfucking house.
Right.
Do the fuck I want to do up in this bitch, and hey.
Right.
And here's the thing, the way my house is set up. You not been to my house?
No.
Okay. So my entryway, the lower level is the entryway. My bedroom and my bathroom, the garage and laundry room are all downstairs.
Okay.
So upstairs, you know, are the other bedrooms. My sons and my ex-husband, they live upstairs, living room, dining room, kitchen and shit. So nine times out of 10, I ain't even say 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 9, they don't know what the fuck I got going on downstairs. Right. No way. And not that I do it on a regular fucking basis, but I have had guests over. You know what I'm saying? I've had instances where like homeboys and slid through and shit. Right. And like the thing is no secret. Like I got content out there talking about my ex-husband and us living together and all this shit. It's no secret. I try not to be disrespectful in the sense where, you know what I'm saying, I ain't got nobody coming through and we downstairs, you know, hunching. Right. You know what I'm saying? But he know I got homeboys, and half of my homeboys, he know them. Right. So, you know, like they pull up to the crib and shit. We chill, smoke, drink.
If it was an instance like that, I don't think he would have a problem with it. But as far as me like meeting somebody and just dating them or talking to them, trying to get to know them, they probably, you know, I would consider that disrespectful, but
I feel you.
If it's just friends or mutual friends, or it's friends that's guys or gals that each other, like if I knew he had female friends that he was cool with or grew up with, depending, you know, they could come. Like I wouldn't have a problem with it. But as far as him just say meeting somebody on Facebook and they talking now, and then he just decides to have her, you know, in the den with him and they chilling. Fuck no.
She said, fuck.
We gonna have some whole issues, you know.
Right. I'm not like he can't do the shit. But I feel like I do, and I'm not saying like friends, like his homegirls. Most of his homegirls are my homegirls type shit. Right. You know what I'm saying, for the most part. And if somebody pulled up or whatever, like I don't give a fuck. But and like his baby mama, I don't know if she's ever been to the house or not. I don't know if she's ever pulled up, dropped the kid off, picked the kid up, or nothing like that. I don't know, and I don't even inquire. I don't care.
Let me ask you this: if she did, would you have a problem with it?
Mm-mm. Long as it ain't on no drama type shit. Cause nobody that's coming through for me is on no bullshit. It ain't getting ready to be no drama. Ain't no tussling, no argument, no none of that. Like no, fuck no. If she pulled up on some, you know, hey type shit, like picking the kid up, dropping the kid off, coming up, whatever the fuck, I would not feel a way. And it took me a minute to get to that space, because although me and this man have not been together for years, not slept together, anything, when he told me he had this kid on the way, I was salty as fuck. I felt a way about the whole situation, but it stems from some shit with our divorce that I'm not prepared to unpack here on Pure Fuckery Podcast. Gotcha. Y'all gonna have to go to the book and get that whole download, whatever. But then when he first told me she's pregnant and shit, I was kind of taken aback. I'm like, wow.
Was it because there are still feelings there for him?
No, it wasn't because of feelings. It definitely wasn't because of feelings. Like, I'll come to the realization and the conclusion. Like I literally just text my ex-husband the other day. I'll show you the text. And this is regular. This is on a regular basis. Love you, Devon. He says, I love you too. And that was just out the blue. Like mid-afternoon, I just wanted him to know that I fucking love him. You know, cause especially when people are going through shit. But I tell him I love him all the time. And he tells me he loves me all the time. The thing, I say that to say this. We have an understanding that we love each other, but neither one of us is in love with the other. Like, as on my end, I'm not. I can't speak for him, because I mean, why the fuck wouldn't he be in love with me? Right. He gonna watch this and be like, this motherfucker talking about me again. I don't got nobody else to talk about, D. But nah, for real. Like, we just come to the conclusion, like, I love you, but I'm not in love with you. And I accept that, and he accepts that, and we respect each other on that level, to where there's an understanding that regardless of whatever the fuck go down, we got each other back.
Right.
You know, we love each other. We have each other's back. And I don't even think he would put me in a position to be disrespected with no other woman. Like, that's why I say I have no idea if this woman has been to the house or not.
Because
I've never crossed paths with her once at a funeral. And like, of course, when shit finna crack off at this funeral, I will beat you up for the whole family come up in here tripping. You know what I'm saying? But in the same breath, like, nobody even bothered to introduce us.
Right. I don't know why. Maybe you think it's gonna be friction.
I mean, not from me. He knows not from me. Maybe from her. Because
maybe from her end, maybe it's something that she said to let him know, you know, that that's something that.
Hey, but that doesn't concern me, honey. Because hey, guess what?
I just look at it like, if she has a child with him and you have kids with him, that means both of you all have something in common. They have siblings.
Exactly.
Siblings, and siblings should know each other.
And they do. They do. He brings the kid over. The little kid high fives me when he comes over. Like, I'm sure at some point he's gonna have questions when he's old enough. Like,
who is this?
Fuck is this shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, my kids, my boys, they're used to it. They like we raised the little fucker, so. They know what it is, and they're never gonna be like, "Oh, Daddy was sneaking out of Mommy's room," or and my kids ain't saying Mommy and Daddy or anything. But even still, it's not an issue. It's not a thing, and we have our inside jokes. My homegirls, they crack jokes and shit, and my whole family be like, "Y'all might as well just be together." And
I get that.
You know, people that know us, they like. Automatically like just why the fuck y'all not together, because we're so much alike, like just our language, how we interact with people, our personalities, everything. Like, we very blunt. We just go say whatever the fuck we want to say. And I've had people that barely know either of us, like, man, y'all might as well just, like, I have to curse my family out on a regular basis. I've hung up on my sisters, cousins, everything, because, like, man, I tell them, won't you fucking be with them then? Like, y'all don't know. People be on the outside looking in, making assumptions. They don't know. Yes, we make it look good. But y'all don't know the motherfucking knives that they got thrown up in this.
The fights, the knockdown, drag outs.
Hey, fuck exactly. But this ain't about me and Dee. This is about Arrie and her ex-husband technically living together. So how do the kids interact? Like, do they
love it. They love it. Like I said, their father is not an angel, and so he has been in and out of jail most of their lives. So we lived together the 12 years we worked together. So that was all they knew. And then for him to be incarcerated and then it's just us, it was something different. So they definitely love it because they get to spend time with him. And that's kind of part of the reason too, you know, that in my mind, I thought to ask him or let him know, you know, hey, you can come and stay here and kind of get yourself together, because he can not replace the time that was lost, but he can definitely make it up by being there now. You know? And so I think being black, it's a stigmatism put over us, baby mama, baby daddy. You can't get along, you can't co-parent, you can't deal with each other without, you know, going back to sleeping with each other and just, like you said, being toxic to each other. And it's not true. You can definitely coexist with an ex, and there's no sexual intercourse or, you know, going back down that road. You all are just coexisting and parenting and raising your kids. And my kids, they love, you know, both of their parents being there. So I feel like it was a good decision to open the doors for him to be able to come and stay and get on his feet. You know, like I said, we started off as friends. So why would I want to see my friend down bad?
I agree.
Regardless to what happened when we were together, it didn't work, but it didn't take away the love that I had as a friend to him.
Exactly. That's dope, man. That's mad fucking dope, man. Like, again, it's so fucking big of you. It's so big of you, especially under those circumstances where you could have easily been like, that's not my fucking problem anymore, and kept it pushing. But the heart that you got, you said, fuck that. No, my kids not finna see their daddy down like this. And I'm not finna see him like this. And the fact that you keep saying friend, like, that's solid. You, like, that's solid as fuck. Because I know women that a man that took through the fucking ringer And they'll be like, fuck him.
Just scorn. Just
bitter,
happy
angry,
that
mad,
the person is
like,
down.
glad he down.
I just look at it like, I know if something bad was to happen to him or him being down bad, I know how it'll affect my kids.
Exactly.
And that is an emotion that I don't want to deal with.
Right.
You know, nobody wants their kids to be hurting, and it's like you can't take the hurt away or you can't fix it.
Right.
You know, so I mean, when you have kids, it's not about you anymore. It's about them. And sometimes, majority of the times, as adults, we have to do things that we don't want to do, but it's for the
greater good of the kids. Exactly. How do you and your ex-husband interact in the house? Like me and D, we cook and shit together, grocery shop together.
We take turns cooking. Like our work schedules are kind of the same. I work PRN, so that's whenever. So I work morning, noon, and night. My kids are teenagers. My son has a job, so he works nights and sometimes evenings. And then my kid's father, he works evening nights too. So it's like if I pick up to work, just say I work 4 or 5 days straight, I might take out something to cook and ask him, hey, can you cook this before you go to work? He works as a cook, so he loves to cook. So it's not an issue to him, you know, and he'll do it or vice versa. As far as like us just sitting and chilling with each other, not too much. We have conversations as far as like if something is going on with one of the kids or something like that, but it's not like a romantic chill or I'm rushing home from work to take a bath and we gonna watch a movie together. No.
Right. We watch movies. Me and D watch movies together, everything. Like, that's like the space we in. He's
in the den. That's his little man cave. It's big enough. He's in the den, and I have my own bedroom.
Right.
And most of the time, I'm in my bedroom watching TV, and then he's in the den when he come home from work, you know, watching. But, like, if he's leaving to go to work, he'll tap on the door and just say, hey, I'm going to work. You know, I tell him, have a good day, be safe. You know, he lets the kids know, but not so much just me and him chilling, interacting. Like, it took us a long time to get to this point.
It did for us, too.
Where we can coexist like this, you know. But, like I said, the friendship has always been there. There is not a time. If something is happening to me and I feel like I don't have nobody, I know I got him. He's going to listen. If he can help, he will, you know. And so that's the extension that I give to him as well. You know, if he needs me, I'm there.
Right.
If it's something that I could do to help him, I will. You know, like I said, we friends. So we just can't be together, though.
Yeah, I can't be together.
Can't be together.
Me and D, not together, but we straight. Like, if I see a good movie or if I want to watch a movie, like, I text him, be like, you want to watch a movie? And he'll come down to my room, post up in the chair.
I mean, probably if I have, like, don't get me wrong, he'll, like, one time we were having a discussion about the kids, you know, and it's like I'm walking through the house steady cleaning, doing stuff, and, you know, he came and sat in my room and we talked, you know, and finished, had the conversation like that. Or if I'm watching YouTube, sometimes if he comes to ask a question, he'll be like, what's this? Or sit on the foot of the bed for a few minutes. But for the most part, we don't even watch, like, the same shows. He's more into series and Harlem and, you know, Power and things like that. And I just tend to don't too much care about it.
Right.
So,
I got you.
But we definitely coexist, and there's no arguing or fighting or being toxic in front of the kids.
Y'all grocery shop together?
Nah, he's lazy. He's
not
going to the grocery store. He ain't going to no grocery store. But I will say he does put the groceries up. It's like a 50-50 thing. If I go grocery shopping, I can bring the bags in the house and he will put things up. Or like I said, if I cook one day, he may cook 2 days from then. Or if I'm working a busy schedule and he's off, he'll cook. Him and my son, they cook together. So he does little things with the kids too, you know. So it just works itself out.
That's what's up. I think we deeper into this shit because me and D, like I said, we grocery shop together. I do his laundry every week. We're just at that point because it's like
he washing his own drawers.
He work, you know, all day, every day. On the weekends, he usually be at work too on the weekends, right? And as long whatever laundry in the laundry room, I'ma do it. So he bring his laundry down to the laundry room. I wash his funky ass drawers. I ain't sniffing this shit. I'm not concerned. There's been it's been times where I done started the laundry and had to leave, and I'd be like, D, I'm gonna need you to do X. Go down to the laundry room and put this load in, take this load out, and and he do it. Like, we really to the point where we just kind of co-parenting and coexisting in this fucking house. And I know he over it. Am I over it? No, because it gives me so much fucking freedom. Like, I can wake up tomorrow and be like, I want to go out of town somewhere. And I'll just text him and be like, D, I'm going out of town. And I'll tell the boys, like, I'm leaving.
They say
and the house the household gonna be ran normally. I ain't gonna have shit to worry about. But, and just like having less responsibility. Right. My kids are older. My son, I got a 21-year-old, 13-year-old. The 13-year-old, he functions on his own. Right. The only issue is the dog. And see, he makes sure when I'm not there, he makes sure they take care of the dog. And if they don't, he gonna take care of her. He gonna take her out. Okay. He go actually walk her. Them kids, they take her out and bring her, like, she uses the bathroom, they bring her right back in. She needs to be walked. She's active as fuck. And if we don't walk her,
get that energy out, she gonna tear up the whole house.
Dia walk her for me when I'm like sick and don't feel like it or whatever the fuck I got something to do. I got you. He do it for me. And like, we just look out for each other. Right. We help each other. And the fact that like, because he's like providing for the household for the most part. Like, he pays the bills and shit. Right. And that's like, I think that's why I'm not over it. Right. Because I have
a little bit of freedom.
that financial freedom to give. And that's the thing. It's my house, but he's like, I'm going to come stay here. And when he decided, when I came back and he's like, I'm not leaving, he's like, I just want you, get your shit together. Right. Get your shit together because, I've talked about it here on the podcast multiple times, like how basically I damn near lost everything. Damn near, like, and I say damn near, like, could have lost the cars and the house and everything. Right. But thank God for the friends and family that, come the fuck through when you need them, because
support system. I think everybody needs a support
and
system.
Having that support system after the shit I went through in 2018, 2019 with my brother and everything, like, my brother was, basically my fucking downfall, man.
Right. Don't you hate having a kind-hearted life?
Man, because people abuse it.
It gets taken advantage of so much, and it wants going through shit like that. It makes you deter and makes you not want to have a kind heart.
And make you not want to help nobody.
It's like you so sincere with having a kind heart, you can't stop. That's my thing and what I'm learning to. When I know that somebody's used me up and I feel like I don't want to deal with that person no more, to cut it and let it go and don't go back down that road. I don't wish evil or wish down upon anybody that I have had a relationship with, whether friendship, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever. I wish you well, but I had to learn to stop giving chances and taking people's apology when it's really just something to mask what they did so they can do something even more fucked up to you,
Hey, man, that's real fucking talk.
It is just, but I think, like, to anybody that has kids, if you're not gonna be together, at least we should be able to co-parent. Like, not want to see the other person doing bad, or the baby mama's going to get child support out on the man just because, like, you should automatically want to step up and take care of your kids or do what is necessary. You know what I'm saying?
That's real talk.
It works both ways. Like, I'm not just saying that because people tend to shine upon the men, but they don't shine upon the women. Right. No, it goes both ways. I know some deadbeat moms too.
I've been called a deadbeat mom a time or two. And look, but not because I'm an actual deadbeat mom. I get called a deadbeat mom because of the way I move. But people don't understand. First, this is how I look at it. First and foremost, I have boys. I've raised my boys.
Right.
13 and 21. It ain't too much I can teach them.
Exactly.
I can't teach them to be fucking men.
Exactly.
I ain't not once he moved into the house and let me go to Atlanta. But understand this, when I say I moved to Atlanta, I'm back and forth between the city all the time. Like, you go through my social media timeline, I'll be in Atlanta today, The next day, I was in St. Louis for a couple days. Then I'm in Indiana. Then I'm back in St. Louis. Then I'm here. I'm like touching my kids as much as I can. You know what I'm saying? I guess the joke, because, you know, the deadbeat mom is because of how I move. But like I said, my kids are grown.
But no, they at a point where it's time for them to be men.
Exactly.
So
and he can teach them how to be a man.
The responsibility of you being a mom is never gone, because I'm sure when your kids have things, whether it's graduating or they accomplish something that they have set forth, you're there, you know.
Always so there. And they on my line 24/7 about the shit.
If I was you, I wouldn't look at it like that. And I would just look at it as somebody being jealous and just trying to downplay your advantage that you have over them.
Freedom that I have.
That's all that is, because I could never see you as a deadbeat.
Oh no, because my kids on my line, like I parent if I'm on, and this was like before I even packed up and moved across the country. I always traveled for work, right?
Right.
So I've always parenting from the road. You know what I'm saying? I make it my business to plan business trips around being home. Okay. If they got a band concert, a football game, a basketball game, like I made it my business to always make it back to this city and be there for those events. Like rarely ever miss anything.
You don't miss the milestone.
Exactly. But when I have to go though. And I know that about myself. I've really accepted the fact that I am this free-spirited person, that I hate being caged in. I hate having to be, you know, restricted to this place. Like y'all understand, like COVID was a bitch for me. Right. And that's why I had a boss in my DMs, like one of my old bosses, like, you do realize we're in the middle of a pandemic. Girl, get out my fucking DMs. I got this. And I had COVID early on, like before we even knew what COVID was. Okay. I got sick as fuck, but I was traveling, and when I came back, like I had went to Atlanta, and then I went to Quebec, and then I was in Chicago, and then Jersey, and then when that last leg, I came back and I was sick as fuck and didn't know what it was. Like down bad for a couple weeks, and next thing you know, we go into this pandemic, and it's like, oh, this is COVID-19, and then I start reading up on the symptoms and shit, and I'm like, yeah, I definitely had this shit. But I drugged myself up, and I don't like drugs at all, like medicine, prescriptions, none of that. But I had everything over the counter, and I'm drinking tea and everything, and I got through that shit. But it was a monster for me. And the second when they first started opening stuff back up, I was outside. I was the first person outside. Whoever wanted to come with me, they was outside with me, and we were outside having a ball, because it's like I can't be closed in like that. But you know,
I'm a social butterfly.
Yes, and I've maneuvered through it, and I've gotten through it, and I'm okay. Like now, to the point where I ain't gotta be out 4-5 days a week. Like I can go out once or twice some days. Some weeks I don't go out at all. And you know, social media will tell a different story, because motherfuckers be like, man, you be outside, you be kicking it. I really don't.
It's just when you do, you have such a blast.
I post on social media. When I do go outside, I post on social media. None of my content is of me in the house chilling anymore. Like, because when I'm at home, that's my sacred space. I'm at home. I'm chilling. I'm relaxed. I'm a vibe.
That's your personal.
Exactly. But this ain't about me. This ain't about fucking COVID-19, man. Fuck COVID. I wish you go the fuck away for good. Now this new Delta strain, like, what the fuck? Leave us the fuck alone. Government, get y'all shit together, man.
Exactly.
we not even getting ready to dive down that rabbit hole though. And this ain't about none of that. This is about my homegirl Arrie
and
coexisting. So technically, she lives with her ex-husband too, man. And we came here to unpack this shit. What else? What else can I ask you about this situation? I'm trying to think back to me and my ex-husband's. Your ex-husband, he doesn't know outside kids. It's just your two kids.
He has 2 older kids.
Okay,
but they have always been in my life when they were younger. I first met them. The oldest was 2 turning 3, and the second oldest was 15 months. So they've always been there. We don't have any problems. I've never had problems with his other child's mother. Like, if there was any issue when we were together, I would just address it to him, and then he would address it to her, you know, because I just always felt like those are their children. Even though I love them like my own, I watch them, I care for them like my own, at the end of the day, they have two separate parents, you know, so his and her issues are his and her issues.
Ain't got nothing to do with you.
It doesn't have anything to do with me, and that's how I keep drama down. You know, a lot of people tend to bump heads with if the person they have kids with has another set of kids somewhere, they bump heads, when I feel like everybody should be able to come together as grown-ups and coexist and raise kids, you know.
Exactly. When it's kids involved, man, you just have to grow the fuck up and do what's in the best interest of those fucking kids, rather than worried about what the other person is doing. And that's where people go wrong with co-parenting. And I see this in y'all situation and in me and my ex-husband's situation. D don't give a fuck about what I'm doing, what I got going on. He just don't give a fuck. Long as them boys straight, long as I do what the fuck I need to do for them kids, he don't say shit to me about nothing. My house is taken care of. The boys are taken care of. In the same way with me, I don't give a fuck what he got going on. It's none of my business. Long as he do what he's supposed to do, that he know he's supposed to do.
I think that too plays a part in if people can coexist and co-parent, is if the feelings aren't there anymore. Like you decipher the in love from just loving somebody. Because it's definitely, a difference with the two. You know, and I think that it took us a minute to get to this point, because I felt like my kid's father would always think that because we were married, like I wouldn't go anywhere, or, you know, the stereotype of the baby mama, baby daddy. I got kids with him or her, I can always fuck that, or that's gonna always be mine. Like, I don't play those type of games.
You shut that shit
I don't
down.
play those type of games with him, you know, and I think that's where the boundary comes into play, and he knows that I'm serious about it. Like, we're not going to be together, because it's very toxic, you know. As far as me doing something to help him, no, always. That's always there. That care is always there. Like, when he did go to jail, between me, his mom, his daughter, and his other kid's mom, we took care of him. We made sure he had money on his books. He had money on his books. So he definitely has a support system. That's another reason why I feel like giving him a chance to get on his feet, he can do it and he can make it, you know. Before, when we were together, he was the provider also. So in a sense, I kind of feel, I'm not going to say I owe him that, but it was a time where I didn't have to work when I was with him.
He always made sure
he took care of the bills,
good.
Whatever I needed or I asked him for, he gave it to me, you know. And I think that was part of the unconditional love of us being friends came into play. So, I mean, I can't do nothing but return the favor. I believe in my heart, if I was homeless and he had somewhere to stay, he would open the door for me as well. You know, it's not like it's a two-way street. Most people, they fall out with they mate or the kid's parent, and it's like they wish hell upon them. They want to see them doing bad. They want to kick them when they down.
They bitter.
They want to talk shit about them, you know, but I don't look at it as that. I can decipher the things that he's done to me wrong as a boyfriend or a husband versus him being the father of my kids, you know. I've never been the type of woman to keep them from him, even though we aren't together. We shared them when we lived in different households every other weekend. You know, for Christmas, I would go and pick them up, so when the kids woke up, he would be there. You know, try to keep it kind of similar to how it was when we were together.
What they were used to.
Right, because I feel like that plays a part too, as far as people divorcing, and it really does affect the kids when they're used to their real father or their real mother in the same household. So you have to still understand that you're not going to be together as parents, but you still have to be together as parents. If that makes sense.
That makes perfect fucking sense. I love it, man. Drop them fucking gems around here. Drop them, man. I got my homegirl Arrie in the fucking building. Real quick, I'm gonna shout out our homegirl Kiki, because we share a mutual friend, and then her ex-husband. I went to high school with psych. You know what I'm saying? So this history here, like this years in the fucking bag. Like one of our best friends is a mutual friend, and that's how me and Arrie know each other. Because I know some of the motherfuckers watching like, damn, I know every fucking body, man. I'm from the ruler to the motherfucking Tula. Y'all can put me in the room with some fucking scholars, and y'all can put me in the motherfucking room with the hoodest of hoods, and I'll ascend, baby. Because look, I'm the best of both worlds, man. Best of both worlds. Got my homegirl Arrie in the fucking building.
What's up,
we got my man Big fucking Stu producing the episode. Real quick, like I said, we gonna shout out the homegirl Key. She out there in fucking, where she at? She in Virginia making that move to Jersey right now. She in the process of making the move to Jersey. Let's cheers to motherfucking Key out there.
Cheers to Big
We see you, mama. Make them fucking moves, Miss Jones. R.I.P. the fucking Yogi, her fucking husband, man. Gang. We got Arrie in the fucking building. You want to plug your socials? If you do, you do. If you don't, you don't. You want to tell these motherfuckers where they can follow you on Instagram?
Instagram, Miss Jackson, if you nasty.
Miss Jackson, if you nasty.
Facebook, that's my regular name, Arrie Jackson.
Hey.
No, I ain't really making no noise.
She say she ain't making no noise, but she making so much fucking noise, man. We got Big Stu producing the fucking episode. Y'all know where y'all can find me. Instagram, pure_fuckery or so, SOO sophisticated one. I'm also on Twitter as SOO Mo. I'm thinking about getting a TikTok and a Snapchat, but I don't really want to Snapchat because every time y'all already in my DMs talking about sending you pictures of inappropriate pictures of my snatch.
Right.
So I can only imagine I get on TikTok and Snapchat, whatever the fuck y'all
be trying to
Snapchat me or pussy. I'm not Snapchatting you. My pussy, you guys. So stop asking. Man, we gonna shut it down right the fuck here, man. Technically, I live with my ex-husband too. Hey, drop it off in the fucking comments. Let us know what y'all thought about the episode. Right. Tell me your story of coexisting with your fucking ex, co-parenting with your ex. How does that shit look? How does it work? Let me know. Drop it in the comments. And if you got a story that you want to fucking share and you want to come on Pure Fuckery the podcast, hit them DMs and let me know why you fucking deserve to come and share in my energy space.
Exactly.
And we gonna leave it at that. Hold on. Arrie, I know you vibe to music. Y'all, this the infamous Pure Fuckery the podcast question. We gotta ask, you on a road trip, 12 hours.
Okay.
5 artists, their whole playlist, features and everything. Who you riding to? 5 artists. Who you riding to?
Well, you know, I tend to keep it hood. Right now, I'm still on my Mo 3. He's like one of my favorites, so I'm gonna.
That's probably the second or third Mo 3 we had.
I'm gonna listen to that first Shotters he came out with, cause it go, and then I'll plug in his newest album that just came out.
Okay.
I listen to King Von.
Okay.
All right. I'm definitely gonna be riding to some of that.
All right.
Let's see, I got 3 more. I also listen to, if I had to, I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna do some UGK. Like I'm a laid back type of person.
All right,
but I love my little rap, so I'm gonna listen to UGK. It ain't too many new artists that I like. You know, like
you can go however long ago. Go what you riding to. This your road trip. I'm just debating on if I'm in the car or not.
I'ma just just take some time away from the rap. I go to the other day I was listening to Lauryn Hill, the Miss Education.
All right, I'm in the car now. We got UGK, we got Lauryn Hill, we got Mo 3 and King Von. I'm riding. What else we got? We got one more.
I'm gonna keep it slow. I'm gonna go with some LSG because I had that also in the car the other day listening to you.
What's that? Levert, Sweat and Gill?
Yes.
Oh man, I'm riding.
Yes.
We on this. We knee deep in this thing, y'all.
Right.
We knee deep on this motherfucking road trip. And we gonna fucking shut it down right here. We got Big Stu producing the fucking episode, man. I got my homegirl Arrie in the fucking building, man. I appreciate you coming out and sharing in my energy space, baby.
I enjoyed it.
I am your fucking host. It's your favorite Dr. Bay, Monique Ross. We'll catch you all in the next episode. Shout out to the fuckers out there, man. I appreciate the likes, the comments, the shares, all that you do to support Pure Fuckery, the podcast. Catch you in the next episode. Peace.
Holla.
Your favorite fucking Dr. Bay, Monique Ross. Drop it off in the comments, man. Shout out to the fuckers out there. I appreciate you guys for liking, comment, sharing. Thank you all so much for the love and support that you show me, for tuning in. Subscribe to the YouTube channel, Pure Fuckery. That's it. That's all I got, man. I'll catch y'all in the next fucking episode. Peace.
Bye.